The offense is not good. There's no trial that will send Billot to not what has happened. If you look at even their charges, one of the most ridiculous, they accuse Billot of violation of the copyright of Ratel. You must be able to present that you have from the World Copyright Organization that you have copyrighted the head of that animal they call Ratel. And I'm sure if you find out, they are not the owner. I don't think they even registered, So copyright is different from company registration. If you want to copyright an idea or you want to patent an idea, it's a whole different registration. Sometimes it takes years for it to do it. So how can you then charge somebody and send them to prison for copyright of something that is out there? It was the DG Adeyanju who called, and we were on the phone frantically, and that DIG had to send a commissioner of police to go and release him from a police station at the NCC here in Abuja. So, and after that, I never really met him. I know his lawyer, DG, but several other things happened. There was a time we had issues with Femi Falana, and we were the ones who said Femi Falana should take the civil route, even though there were criminal prosecution alternatives available to him. Even he himself impersonated the Nigerian police force and was arrested for it, right? He wore the police uniform. And we condemned it. We said, this is creativity. But was he sent to prison for how many months? For 26 days? Of course not. So he has been involved in a criminal offense known as impersonation. That's the reason why Billot is sent to prison. My reaction to this, having given you some background, but there was also another one that the EFCC arrested him. We had to go and threaten the EFCC person in charge at the Ministry of Justice that they have no right to detain him without trial. So I'm just giving you all this background not to prove any point. My attitude towards oppression is, my biggest focus is not even the people who aid oppression, as much as the officials whose fiduciary duty it is to ensure that people are not oppressed. I hate it. I hate when people are detained even overnight, when they shouldn't have spent an hour at the police station. So that's why I'm always fighting, and I don't have to know you to do that. I don't know Billot. Never met him before. Although eventually, I did speak with him in prison a few days ago, just to let him know that everything will be all right. And so, with regards to sending me to prison, all kinds of people send me to prison all the time. Prison is nothing to me. So, if he has the capacity to send me to prison, I'm available anytime. I'm back to Abuja now. But I think that reaction came from a place of guilt, that he realized that he hasn't done well in this particular episode. And the other reactions are just, maybe his brand is built on instilling fear in people. And I think that's what you hear from people. Oh, you should be afraid, you should be afraid. But, if
not an activist, but a social media police.
Yes, you see, this activism we talk about is not a title that, in fact, if you see anybody who has a business card that reads activist, run away from the person. You should go and find out the meaning of activism. Your engagement in an active way for a cause, a good cause, that's what they call activism. It doesn't have to mean that you wear the beret or you wear khaki, So I don't have to, I've said it before, it's up to society to define who they see as an activist. Some people say I'm an activist, some people say Chirez is not an activist. It doesn't give me any concern or worry. So, but the focus, like I said, is for us to see that justice is done. And justice in this particular case is that Billot should never have been sent to Kuje prison.
You guys need to leave sentiment and pay attention to the point this man is trying to make here. It's not about Billot today. Tomorrow it might be you. You don't need to use because he's not you and supportable. Tomorrow it might be you. Since when did the cyber crime become a criminal offense? something that needs to be treated in a cyber way is not tag a criminal offense, and nobody see anything wrong about it. You are a content creator. You might fall victim of it tomorrow. So let's just put an end to this. VDM have started this now, and that's how it's going to be. When any other person talks about it, they'll be referred to the action of VDM once in a time, and it will keep going. Something that needed to be treated as a cyber crime is now seen as a criminal offense, and you guys are happy. Don't forget that VDM went to Wikipedia, edit Blord name, and write Fraudster. He wrote Fraudster, and all the raters gave him an applause for that. They clapped for him. Nobody tries to caution him. To me, I'm not against raters, neither am I against Blord, but I'm only against anybody that is doing what is not right. There is a huge difference between cybercrime and criminal crime, and VDM knows what he's doing. Everything was just planned out, and you guys are in support that VDM changed cybercrime to criminal crime. You might be the next tomorrow. Forget you are supporting Ratel. VDM don't know anybody. If you think because you like him, he will not come to you tomorrow, you lied. He knows no one. What VDM worship is his ego. You want to stand as somebody that says something and it happens that way. What VDM respects the most is his ego and the pride. And you guys are clapping in whatever thing he does without thinking. You might be the next tomorrow. You might be the next tomorrow. Don't say you are not told. Injustice is not good. VDM have done a lot of things that he needed to be judged with, but nobody cares about that. They just waived it and see it as an online cruise. But he gets to his own turn. He took it so serious to the point of involving those people that he had been castigating and talking bad about. He now have to change a cyber crime to criminal offense. Criminal offense on a cruise, everybody is catching here online. Nobody see bad about it. I saw people commenting and they saying Blord will be there forever and all of that. If it's your brother, hope you'll be happy over it. Many of those people bullying Blord is out of envy. There's nothing enviness cannot do. If not, what did Blord do to you aside that the fact that he is doing his business?